Hi, you guys. So I want to talk about something that I needs to be addressed and that I've been getting a lot of backlash for. So the title will state, "Childless women do not need to be dating men with children." And the reason that comes from is Tony Gaskin's page. He did a Q&A, and I guess some girl DM'd him and said basically that she had a boyfriend and he was always giving his baby mama's money for bills. Every time she asked, he always gave it to her. But whenever she needed some type of help, with a bill of some sort, he said no to her. But the baby mama got whatever basically that she wanted. And so Tony Gaskin was basically like, yeah, he's right. And that you're just a girlfriend and you're not the wife. And the baby mama is not the wife either. He didn't wife her. And so he was like basically that, kind of stay in your place type stuff. And that, what else did he say? He was like, stay in your place basically. And that whenever he decides you to wife you, then he can do those type of things. But till then, you're just a girlfriend. Don't expect those things out of a man, which I do understand. Don't expect that out of any man that he's going to up and pay for you. But if he's doing all this stuff for his baby mama and they not together and y'all together and y'all have a full understanding that this is a full-blown committed relationship, and I've been with you probably 3-6 months or whatever, and I know that this is what I want out of a man, is to be a provider, and you're not helping me, but you can help your baby mama with everything except me, then I don't need to be with you. And she ended up stating that I broke up with him. Like, there's no point in being with the man, and I know you can do all this for her, but you can't help me. And so all the women in the comments were basically agreeing with him. Yeah, Tony Gaskin, you're right. I'm so glad that I found a man who agrees with those type of things. And I looked at each and one of those pages, and they all baby mamas. And not a man in sight. They all baby mamas. So I hopped in there. Me, I always oppose stuff that doesn't fit well with me, but needs to be addressed. I basically said that I felt like his advice was a little bit flawed, and for him to be a dating coach or relationship coach or whatever that is, he shouldn't be stating that to other women just because you're the girlfriend that you can't get help too. Then what's the point of me being with you? What's the point of you ever asking me out if you can't do nothing for me? You're not about to lay up my house. You're not about to run up my water, my gas. You're not about to watch my TV knowing you can't do nothing for me. What are we here for? What are we dating? What's the point? And so basically I just wrote a long paragraph just telling me how his statement was flawed, and that if all men and all baby mamas feel this way about girlfriends, then y'all need to get back together. He need to get out my house and he need to move in with you. Y'all need to work it out. That's how I feel. Leave women that don't have children. Work it out. Work it out with your baby mama and leave us alone. If you as a man cannot show me that you can provide for her household and my household, once we decide that we can get married and whatnot, that you if you can do all of that, that is fine. Then hey, date a man with kids and whatnot, but still there's gonna be alternatives to that my child can't see the other sibling or nothing like that. You can't see the baby when you want to. Or what about men that have kids in other states, men in other countries and stuff like that? It's just a big mess. And I need men to admit that you are having sex with women just out of nowhere, not caring and thinking you could just leave out the door. It was a quick nut or whatnot, but that's not how life works. Things come with consequences, and now that you have a baby, so you can't expect, when things don't work out with you or your baby mama, or I know some men that have been married and it just not have worked out, or I know some men that just was trying to get a quick nut and you ended up with the baby, but you cannot expect to move past that and you not raise your child, get with another woman and expect for it to be all fine and dandy. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It does not work that way. And I tried to give men with children a chance, but I've realized it doesn't work. And it took me twice. It took me dating 2 men to realize that this is not for me at all. And before I get into the scenarios of that, with Tony Gaskin's page, again, there was a few women that were agreeing with me, but there was mostly baby mamas just going in on me talking about, no, you're wrong, this, and that, and that anytime that I asked some money and I need it, he gonna give it to me. So whoever that day, my baby daddy might as well not, because he gonna help me regardless of whatnot, which that's fine. I feel like every man should have a responsibility to that, but helping you with entirely every single bill when y'all are not together, that man, ma'am, that man does not owe you any loyalty. The only loyalty that he owes is to those children. And if it comes down to the scenario where you feel like that you're entitled to this man 100%, that lets me know that you are still fucking this man. That gives me all the keys to know that you are still fucking this man. And so Tony Gaskin, he wrote his paragraph the next day and was saying basically like, the reason why I said that she does not deserve wife benefits and that she's just a girlfriend is because, one, y'all be just giving it up to men and y'all be letting them move in with you and you want to give him husband benefits, and then you get mad when he doesn't hold up to his part and whatnot. And I can tell whatever that she was stating, that relationship wasn't past 6 months. And basically what I was to Tony Gaskin was, what if she's not sexing him crazy? What if she's been past with him 6 months and whatnot? What if they've been through all those stages and she needs help? Are you still going to say to her that I'm not going to help you? Are you still going to be that way? And so my end statement to it all, because I was tired of the post and I was tired of the backlash, because obviously I've triggered a few baby mamas on this post. If you feel so wholeheartedly that you want to be 100% with this man, get back with him. Men that have children, you get back with your baby mamas and leave childless women alone. Leave us alone. That's all it is. But no, you want to feel entitled. You want to feel entitled. And then there was another post on my Twitter page, because I'm always on Twitter and I love Twitter and whatnot. There was like this past Christmas, hey, what if, ladies, if your man wanted to go over his baby mama house and spend the night and wake up to see the kids open their presents and whatnot? And the girl was like, first of all, I'm not even going to date a man with kids. Let's start there. And she was getting backlash back to back to back from men and women. Just going in. They were calling her just arrogant, selfish, and they even called her insecure. How they stated it was basically, women that don't want to date men with kids are insecure. Do you know how crazy and delusional that you sound to say that to another woman? And this is how I felt about people who feel that towards childless women. People who don't want to be with somebody that doesn't have kids make better judgment of who they want to have kids with. They're going to spot the red flags. They're going to see if that person is not marriage material anyways. And they're not going to just be fucking just to be fucking and have a whoopsie baby. Now, they're not going to be the baby mamas in the comments talking about you this, you that. And there was even men and women saying to her and other childless women that you're not going to be saying that if you had a baby with somebody and then y'all just split. I feel like you guys want to wish that upon childless women just because they choose not to date y'all. Even women, even men that choose not to date childless women, I feel like y'all want that against. Y'all want somebody to be a baby daddy. Y'all want someone to be a baby mama. But sorry, honey, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. We make better judgments so we can live our life how we want to, so we can have our babies how we want to at any time, any age, because we do it right instead of just be fucking just to be fucking. Okay? And they didn't like that. So the thing is, people coming on my page, I get all types of bitches and hoes and this and that. And quite frankly, I'm really used to it because I feel like you're triggered. You're triggered. And then I search everybody's pages and lo and behold, their baby daddies, their baby mamas and whatnot. Of course, I'm sorry that you were just out here doing what you was doing and now you got a baby. Take care of your responsibilities. And so, moving on. Another is time with women. We can't get time out of most of any of you. Most women, with me, let's say a scenario. I'm texting my man or something like that. And I'm saying, hey, I want to do this. I want you to take me here. And this doesn't be like, I can't. I got to spend time with so-and-so. Oh, I can't. I got to do this. I got to help my baby mama do this and whatnot. We don't want to hear that. There was times where I was texting the dude that I was with. I was like, I spend time with your child again. And I couldn't say that. I had to say it in my head because that's what I signed up for. That's what I signed up for. And so I realized every time we went somewhere and he's with the child and whatnot, the child always wanted to be hugged up with the dad and whatnot. And that just let me know that I'm selfish. I'm really selfish. I want you all to myself, and that child does too. But that child comes first than me. And I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way at all. And I don't want to take that away from that child. And people got to understand, when it comes to women not wanting to date men with kids, we've been through the scenarios. It's not the kid. It's always the baby mama that we have a problem with. It's not really the kid. It's never that. It's the baby mama. And so to further that, in my case, when I dated men with kids, the first dude that I did, he had one kid, but he could never see the kid. And he would always come to my house and he would say, oh, babe, she did this or that B did that. He would just be so frustrated. He would be downright depressed every time he came over to my house because he could never see his child. He would see his child every blue moon. She would block, she would delete him, she would follow him and everything, because the simple fact is she couldn't be with him. She couldn't be with him. Do you know how crazy that is? And I just realized at the time I was 20, I'm 22 now, I don't want to go through that. I mean, he would come to my house almost every other day to talk about what she did this and did that and whatnot. I mean, being with him was just depressing itself. And I just realized I couldn't go through that. What if I decide, you know, we wanted a long-lasting relationship. We wanted to get married. And we still fighting this little battle that you can't see your kids. There's another scenario. I was with a dude, and he had a crazy baby mama. I mean, just crazy. She would show up at the house, you know, and we would have to hide and everything like that. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then when he would find out he had a girl, it's on sight. If I see you with that girl, I'm beat her up. I'm beat her up. There was times I had friends, best friends that are males, and they had kids by these women. They would find my number through their phone, threaten me in the middle of the night. Oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this to your car. And if I see you, it's on site. Over a man. A man. Do you know how crazy that is? Over a man that I'm not with, or even a man that I am with. You will do all of this. And I just realized I'm at a place where I'm doing really good for myself. And other women that I've noticed that didn't have children and they went through the same scenarios, and I know they've done it just worse than what I've been through, they're doing very good for themselves. So as a man, why would you want to put that on somebody else? Why would you want to put all your problems onto someone who's not going through any of that? You have to ask yourself, you know, I need to be a man to this woman. And if I can't be able to fix my baggage before I go into a relationship, then I should not be with her. And that's never the case with majority of you men. You feel like that you're entitled, and you're entitled to love, in which you are, but you are not entitled to love to childless women because you have baggage. You need to fix that. And so another thing is, men or women that do have kids, I feel like when the relationship does not work out or anything like that, and you do decide you want to go into the dating game, you should be able to date men with kids. That's who you should search for. You know, search for other kids that way. And this is a good scenario. Don't take it any other way. Be with them. You can form a unity. You could practice group economics with one another. And in that way, your children will not have broken homes. They can actually have the mother and father bond, you know, just in case if somebody dipped out of your life, you know, the father or the mother, and they're no longer there. Form that bond together, and your child won't have to go through trauma going older, because you need that yin and yang, the mother and father there. And if you don't have any of that, your child will go through hell and back. You as a person will go through hell and back. You need that support system. So again, like I said, don't take it any type of way when I say that childless women don't need to be dating men with kids. It's true. It's very true. You know that you have problems. Why put that through somebody? So again, women, and I would like to have your input in the comments and whatnot. I am all for a good debate. That's one thing. But once you get to calling me out my name or whatnot, you know, just going on and on, well, I got me a man and he do all of this for me and whatnot. Good. I hope it works. I really do. I hope he don't act up or nothing like that. And you find my page a couple of years and be like, dang, you told me so. You know what I'm saying? I want women in their 20s to actually live their life. And there's some women in their 30s who choose not to still date men with kids, and they're living their best life, drama free. Every woman should go through that. You shouldn't be feeling at 20, 21, 22 that now I gotta take the role of a mother, and that's not really what I signed up for. You know you didn't. Everybody needs to go out, live their best life, form a business, get an education and whatnot, instead of worrying about these kids. So once you go start dating and whatnot, politely say to them, hey, I just don't date men with kids. You know, I want to have fun, be friends and whatnot. That's cool too. If you want to have fun or be friends or anything like that, that's cool too. But you have to be careful with that, because then again, you form feelings, energies, and whatnot. Sometimes people need to stay far, far away from that. But like I said, women, if you see a man with kids, run for the hills, please.